it wouldn't be long before the Braves really gave us something to cheer about. We are in the second inning. Bases are loaded. Ronald Acuna comes up, who's the newest rookie, ended up being the rookie of the year last year. So Walker Buehler was pitching for the Dodgers. Kevin Gausman was supposed to pitch for the Braves.
But then they brought in Sean Newcomb because in the regular season he had ended up pitching like one pitch away from a perfect or a no-hitter.
Yeah.
And he was facing the Dodgers.
So it was the bottom of the second, bases loaded, and Ronald Acuna comes up. Buehler, thank you, was pitching, and the crazy thing is, I don't know if you remember this or not, but the crazy thing was it was a 3-0 count. So obviously you'd love for Acuna to get a hit right there to get us some runs. However, a walk would also give us runs, and that was the biggest thing that we lacked. If you remember, we didn't score a single run in LA in those first two games. So we were just hungry for a run. A walk would be a run, that would be fine. And Acuna actually took the pitch. Even dropped his bat and took the pitch, which was probably dumb because it was a high pitch, but the umpire called it a strike. But good thing he did. Because literally the very next pitch, he crushes a grand slam over the wall to left field, and the place went bananas.
Yeah. See if you can take advantage of it. The 3-1, and Acuna swings. It's a high drive to left center field. Taylor back at the wall. It is gone. A grand slam for Acuna.
Became the youngest player in MLB history to hit a grand slam.
That's right. MLB history. The Braves ended up scoring 5 runs that inning, which also tied the most that they had ever scored in a playoff inning. So that was huge. The Dodgers did end up coming back and tying the game up. We're tied 5-5. And I can't remember if it was the 7th or 8th, but Freddie Freeman comes up, hits a solo homer.
Which became his first postseason home run.
The Dodgers and Braves are tied at 5 as Dave Roberts goes to his bullpen and Alex Wood comes on to face Freddie Freeman. That ball is gone and the Braves are back in front.
First postseason home run of his career, and the Braves end up holding on to win. Touki Toussaint comes in out of the bullpen, pitches an inning to basically hold them there, but he ended up getting the win after Freeman hit that home run.
He became the youngest first rookie to throw scoreless inning.
Yeah. I mean, it was like everything lined up perfectly, other than the fact that we gave up some runs and they came back. But we ended up winning. Again, probably one of the coolest things besides the Grand Slam, which was just amazing. I mean, to me, again, I grew up with the Sid slide and in the Pirates game. That's just such a memorable moment for me. But probably that Acuna home run is pretty close. I mean, that was pretty amazing, or Grand Slam. But even after that, I believe it was after Freddie's home run, we're back in the lead. We feel like we can hold the game. And one thing that the Braves do in the stadium is they have LED lights now, so they can cut them and pull them up and lower them whenever they want to. And so during a pitching change or something like that for the opposing team,
they'll start fading in lights and out and
yeah. And then tell them what happens. The chop is going. Tell them what happens to the lights. Pretty awesome.
So then, people pull out their phone, and they turn on their flashlight, and so they start doing the tomahawk chop, and then you can see the whole stadium light up with, just people's phone lights.
Yeah. ended up winning 6-5. We took game 3, which meant there for sure would be a game 4 tomorrow, which was great because we had tickets for the next game, so we were happy about that. And again, I don't know how else to explain it, but just that buzz and electricity in the stadium. Even when we were leaving the game, we're walking down, the big walkways to get out of the stadium because we were in the upper level, or not upper level, but the mid level, and so you had to walk down these big walkways. And as soon as we got to the walkway, even the tomahawk chop broke out again. Like as people were walking to their cars, there's a massive tomahawk chop going on. The game's already over, but there was just so much celebrating. Just from I know it's just like one game, but it was pretty amazing. Just to be there and experience that playoff game, and it was fun. It really was fun. So game 4, let's talk about game 4. Game 4, not as exciting, to say the least. And it ended up being a day game, which was kind of disappointing too. You kind of lost that effect of like the lighted tomahawk chop. There weren't as many people to start because it was a work day. So that was kind of disappointing. Like it didn't have the same atmosphere as game 3 did. It's still an elimination game. You still have to win to be able to send it to game 5, the final game in LA. But it would not end up being that way.
Nope. We lost very bad. We had a few chances to score, but nothing ever happened.
Yeah, we did. I know we had the bases loaded one time with Tyler Flowers at the plate, and nothing. The exact outcome of his at bat, but it was not good.
I think he popped out to the outfield. I think
you're right, center field, and that kind of ended that. That was really probably the biggest threat we had. I know Johan Camargo hit a home run.
The Dodgers had Rich Hill going, and the Braves had Mike Foltynewicz,
our ace.
Which
we felt really good. We felt really good about that. Because you got Folty going, and Rich Hill, but
4th for them. Their 4th.
Yeah, their 4th starter, right? And we had our number 1 going. But
we thought they were going to put Kershaw back in, but
yeah.
And then they had Yosemite Falls.
Yosemite. No, Yasmani Grandal is his name.
Yasmani Grandal went deep twice, hitting his 99th and 100th homers.
Markakis did finally get a hit off a Hill, who actually had a no-hitter going for the first couple of innings. And finally, Markakis got a hit. There wasn't really much. Camargo hit a home run, but the Braves did end up losing.
The win for the Dodgers that won that series and gave them 3 consecutive trips to the NLCS.
NLCS. Yeah, it was not good. But it still was fun. We had higher seats up, so we were the top row of the upper deck.
You could see the fencing at the top of the stadium.
Yeah, so that was kind of freaky, I guess, at some point. It was kind of windy up there because it is open. There's a chain link fence, and so there's an opening there. So it was kind of windy. That got kind of crazy. But
didn't it start to rain?
I don't know if it rained or not.
I think it did because we had to put those ponchos on. Did we not?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't remember that. But we did get tomahawks again. I remember we had like 17 tomahawks because we were
It was like
grabbing
nobody
them up.
was sitting by us way up there, so we just
Yeah.
grabbed all of them.
So that was kind of cool. I think we brought home like 4 or 5 tomahawks, left some with Grandma and Grandpa, and that was pretty cool.
We need to show them the ball I got.
So one thing that we are trying to do. Oh, you found all of our tomahawks.
Yep.
Yeah. So we got all these tomahawks. One thing that we're going to try to do is at every stadium we go to, we're going to get a baseball to represent that stadium. And this one is literally from the playoffs. It says postseason baseball on it. You can see that. Oops. Postseason baseball. Braves and Dodgers postseason. It's just a blue and white ball. It's pretty cool. So we're going to try to get a baseball from every park that we go to, collect those. That'll kind of be our collection.
Staple.
Yeah, kind of a staple thing that we do. Kind of the highlight after the game was we went to our favorite pizza place in Georgia,
Blue Moon Pizza.
Blue Moon Pizza. And I'm telling you what, you've got to go to Blue Moon Pizza. I think there's only 3 restaurants in Metro Atlanta. I think those are the only 3 they have. And they have this appetizer that we get every time.
The cheese fries with bacon. We'll put some pictures up if we can.
Yeah. Cheese fries, bacon, and their bacon is like this sweet and spicy kind of bacon. Like, oh my gosh, it's so good. So we get these French fries that have the cheese and bacon. You dip them in ranch, so delicious. Then we got pepperoni pizza and bacon. Again, it's just the combination of it. It's like a really thin crust. Mm-hmm. Their sauce is perfect. It's just a delicious pizza. And then I think we also got just a bacon pizza. That's how much we love the bacon.
And they also bring out some like dough that you can like mess with. And,
oh yeah, for the kids.
Make different like shapes, and then they'll bake it for you, and you can eat it.
I know that obviously we spent some family time when we were there on some of our off days. I did get to play a little golf with my father and brother, which was amazing. I had an amazing shot. I am not a good golfer. I love to play, but I'm not a very good golfer. But I did have an amazing shot. I think we got a picture of it right there. And and so like it was a par 3 and I drove the ball, and well, you saw how close it was. It was pretty amazing to a hole. It was almost a hole in one, that close to a hole in one, and that was pretty much the highlight of my golf. The rest of it was pretty sour. But it was fun nonetheless. But we ended up flying back. Weather wasn't as great. I remember we definitely hit some turbulence coming back. But getting back in Cincinnati and just having an amazing trip. We really did. It was such a great time in October last year. And we just wanted to share some of those stories with you. I know, like I said, this is not going to be our normal format for our videos. We will be vlogging when we're doing different things and different adventures that we go on and stuff. That'll be our main format. But we just felt like it was necessary to go back and tell some of these stories and show you some of the clips and pictures from that trip that we had. Am I forgetting anything? Mm-hmm. So I guess until next time, don't forget to turn on the AC.